so how many of you here speak a second language or are studying a second language? All right, awesome. All right, so as we know, the world today, we are increasingly becoming more and more globalized. We are more interconnected than ever, and businesses are also expanding. So because of this, learning a language is becoming incredibly important. However, a lot of times we don't have the chance to become really immersed in the culture or language of our choice. And additionally, a lot of people do not have the privilege of attending a college institution and being in a classroom setting and learning a language. Besides that, there are programs out there like Rosetta Stone, but a lot of people can't afford nonetheless to spend like $300 on like a 24-month subscription. So because of this, Duolingo is, and so because of this, I will introduce to you Duolingo, who is hoping to be the gateway into making a generation of lifelong language learners. Hello, Señoras faculty and staff and students. My name is Carolina Hernandez, and I will be talking to you about how you too can really equip yourself to take on your world and learn a new language. So a brief overview of our presentation today. We'll be starting with the history of Duolingo, then we'll move on to how the app works, and finally we will finish with the benefits of language learning. Let's get started. So a bit of the history behind Duolingo. Its creator, Louis von Ahn, he first came up with the concept after he noticed that there were roughly around 1.2 billion language learners around the world currently, and about 2/3 of those learners were focused in learning English. And so the reason why there's so many English learners is because a lot of people in other countries realize that learning English earned them a better job, and so they have better pay. However, there was very little equity, and language courses can get very expensive. This is when Duolingo stepped in, and they wanted to create a way to learn languages at no cost. Absolutely. Okay, so how does Duolingo really work? Essentially, it is an app. You can access it anywhere at any time. There is no fees. You do subscribe, and there are no ads. So you really get a really uninterrupted learning experience. So how you start is that you make an account. You pick a language of your choice. There are over 11 options. So let's say, for example, you are going to learn German. And so you pick like a target amount of time at your convenience that you want to dedicate to the language. So for example, let's say you want to study for like 30 minutes a day. So you put that into the settings, and then Duolingo will send you a reminder daily to go ahead and complete the time that you want to study the language. And so this complete at your leisure, you can take it anywhere with you, like I said. And Duolingo does a really good job of giving a language to you in bite-sized pieces. And so you really get writing, speaking, and reading, writing, speaking, and applying the language in a really portable way. Okay, so some of the benefits of learning a second language. We begin by that it boosts brain power. So learning a second language really challenges your brain. You become more perceptive, and also you have this whole other arsenal on how to express yourself. Additionally, you also expand your career potentials, and what this means is that you really get a competitive edge for other employers. Right now in the market, people are really looking for bilingual or perhaps multilingual speakers. You also have an improved memory, and regarding the onset of dementia and Alzheimer's disease, there was a really cool study that showed that people who were bilingual or multilingual at the age of 75, they stalled off the onset of Alzheimer's and dementia compared to monolingual speakers. And so to wrap up this presentation, I went ahead and first talked about the bit of the history of Duolingo, and then moved on how and why the app works, and then I finished off with some of the benefits of language learning. So at this moment, I would really like to encourage you, if you would like to go ahead and download our app and give it a shot for yourself. It's completely free and at no expense to you. So at this moment, I can take any